Hello. Oh, there you are. I was wondering where you guys are hiding. Hello, folks. How are you tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you all in here. And do we have something in store for you? We've done some shocking stuff. We've seen some shocking stuff on here. And this one kind of left us all with a jaw drop, to be sure. It's great to have you all in. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Each and every one of you guys. This better be good. I canceled dinner with my mother-in-law for this. Oh, well, you're going to have to be the judge of that, Mike. You're going to have to be the judge of that. We'll see. Ozzy, how are you? Ornob, Max, Air, Miss Mooney. And I was going to keep the jig up for a little bit, but no worry to the ones trolling us that's been doing every night, holding down our numbers and that. It's not fucking about you. So there you go. You don't need to start off with it the way you're going. So there you go.
And for those of you that didn't know, we had a visit from a Fake Push Studio channels in our chat right before the live stream. So they definitely think it's about them.
When it's about you, don't worry, you'll know. I promise I'll give lots of warnings. So there you go. You can go back to your business, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
We're already yellow coin, so don't worry. That's taken care of. So no worries whatsoever.
And for those of you who wonder, was it a clickbait then? No, it wasn't.
Anything but.
You're going to see why. And I can almost guarantee you that by the end of this live stream, you're going to be shocked by what you hear. And I can almost guarantee you that you never heard this anywhere else before.
Wow, WTF gave up dinner with his mother. Inspired John ditched his mother's funeral for it. So there you go.
Oh my goodness. I hope she's dead and you're not just putting her under the ground just for this now.
And a special talent many Eastern Europeans have is to take a dark thing and make it 10 times darker. So there you go. Yeah. Very well done. God almighty. It's great to have you all in. Yes, folks, we're already yellow coin because of the topic. That's right. You've seen it on the way in. So if you guys can hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, all that good stuff. Guys, this is absolutely shocking. We'll do it in a few minutes. Yes, I'm building it up. This part is good clickbait, folks. That's what it's about. And there is something you're not going to want to miss. And anybody forget social media, forget YouTube, which is not a social media, by the way. Just has some comments under it. But in direct social media, which can spill over into YouTube's comment section, anybody's on Facebook, etc., you're not going to want to miss this. Because guess what? You might be supporting some people that you really don't want to support and blindly doing so. So yes, it's definitely something you're not going to want to miss. Great to have you all in here, folks. Look at all these great people in here. Don't forget to hit that live tweet out. Yes, we're on Yellow Coin. No, we're not worried about the couple of cents on advertising dollars. It's getting the exposure that counts. Bowser is back in the house. Hey, babe, what is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bowser is back in action. How are you? Thank you so very much for the super chat. Do appreciate it. Hope you're doing fantastic tonight.
But before we dive into this serious, really topic, because implications of that can be pretty dramatic to
There's an election coming up. We had an election here that God knows where this all went. So, yes, we're talking right up to the top, folks.
It can also include your kids. Teenagers can be affected by that as well as anybody of your family or you. So stick around, and we promise you it's gonna get interesting. But before that, we will say hi to you as we always do. We want to welcome you here in our live stream on our Monday night themed evening here. We always choose a topic that we think might interest you on our Monday night live streams here.
Most definitely, most definitely. It's great to have you all. I'll give you guys a rock star welcome in just a minute. It's great to have you all in here. Once again, guys, if you can help us out, get the word out. The more the merrier, the more people, the better the conversation. It does affect all. We're not gonna be too long getting into it tonight either, folks. So don't worry about that. But if you guys can push us with that, that was hugely appreciated. It helps us combat what YouTube is trying to silence all the time. Which you'd think, my God, we covered some of the most dangerous topics on YouTube. You'd think by the way it goes. All we do is just talk about things going on here. ain't too dangerous. The last I checked. Feed us our vegetables. There you go, inspired John. Oh, and Ian from Stillwater Nation informed us that he was wishing us a happy carrot cake day today.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's not a happy carrot cake day because I don't like carrot cake, so I can't be happy. Where did somebody get so hard up on diamonds they found, oh, well, we'll put this thing in and this will taste good in a cake.
Sometimes
really not happy with them.
It's in a
that and pineapple pizza, which I'm not proud of. That comes from Canada. And I'm disgraced.
Pizza, all for it.
Disgraced.
With chicken and ham as a topping.
Yeah. All sounds pretty putrid.
Are you for pineapple pizza or against? Let us know in the chat. We want to know, do you like pineapple pizza or not? Is it a real pizza? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's deceiving. Who knows?
Please don't be. Please don't be.
By the way, thanks to Andrew for the amazing thumbnail for tonight. It is a little bit deceiving or revealing as well. As you can see, I don't have any makeup whatsoever on it. And you can see the before and after during the live stream with and before without it.
Did that purposely to
Exactly.
show for the anybody is affected by it. That's exactly why. Now, I had tons of makeup on, 3 good shades to be correct. WTF Mike says, God dang it, Andrew, this isn't as the world turns. Give us our drama.
Patience. Patience is part of values YouTubers should require.
Especially when we have yellow going, we got to go a few minutes later, try and just get a few more people in. It takes a little more elbow grease, but nonetheless. Hey, back off the pineapples pizza. Oh my God, I suppose Polly. What a surprise. Polly would like pineapple pizza.
I'm all for it.
Paul
yes. Paul is for pineapple pizza
Paul
too.
Beck. Oh, Paul, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's so awful. And I just found out like 2 years ago, only communists eat pineapple pizza. There you go. Interesting.
It is really bad because you actually should be sorry for me because I never get to eat it anymore because you hate it.
That's right. I don't want to see it. I don't want to smell it. Just the idea of it doesn't make any sense.
Well, but if we go back to our topic, guys, we do appreciate if you could share this out as always when we find some topic that we think would be useful and actually doesn't incriminate YouTube whatsoever. They still give us a yellow coin. It might be that fake Pusa Studios account that was just so dramatically excited or stressed about this live stream that flagged us a couple times. Who knows? But nevertheless, we do appreciate if you can share it out so more people can know about this new information.
No, I'm not doing lipstick on these kind of nights, buddy. At the end, okay, when it's time to go.
Yes.
Because we're doing something with some of these videos, so we can't have the lipstick on during that. So.
We'll have the lipstick time at the end of the video, but thank you so much, Patty72.
Oh,
so
geez.
good to see
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Patty. Do appreciate it. Hope you're having a fantastic
and
day.
thank you so much. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Ballpack Drywall Tube for you. Thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul. You had to get the wife all wound up, didn't you? Just getting her settled down. And once again, Patty, thank you so much as well to the both of you. I will share it out once I get my pineapple pizza. Oh, God, Paul, you're not going to be sharing it tonight, are you? Paul Beck, yeah, I know. You forgot sorry, Andrew. Sorry, Andrew is a customary term that everybody says when they're not a bit sorry. Not even a smidgen of sorry.
Ozzy, I actually have an answer to you. Ozzy says that all the channels covering coronavirus get demonetized as well because they are not authoritative voices on YouTube. And YouTube have said explicitly numerous times that they are only supporting authoritative voices where they can fact check, and therefore all the rest of them get demonetized or partially monetized or even removed.
That's right, folks. There is big changes, and there's going to be more sweeping ones like that this year. It's going to be a lot harder for people to run off a rail without having some sort of backing onto it, that's for sure. Why is there no pineapple super stickers? Oh, dear God almighty.
I think there is. Just gotta look. There's
none. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. I don't know. No. It's all.
Cricket Fox, hello and welcome back here. Good to see you here as well. Melly93, it's good to see you. Tommy Passions, yes.
You'll never settle her down. She has lots of fire. Yeah, she's a feisty one. She is. She's a feisty redhead.
I don't know about
that. Happy Monday. Hugs and blessings. Skywatcher Sandra to you as well. And to everybody in here, folks. Are all nice words. We're going to say hello to you all. It's great to have you in here. If you just joined us, folks, we're already yellow coins. So if you guys can do the old standard procedure and help us out by letting people know, hitting that like button makes a gigantic difference.
And especially for Inspired John, I do have documents today.
Oh, my God. Yes, that's right. She has her documents. So all she misses is the blazer.
The research today, guys.
There you go.
Lots of research, lots of notes, guys. So I do have my papers today. My documents.
Texas
but
Rider
later on, and that's in a couple of minutes, guys.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, folks. You heard it here. You guys are doing awesome, though. Honestly, it's 10 minutes into it. There's almost 80 in the chat for limited monetization. That is freaking fantastic. You know, Tom with the fake Pusa and that. First off, guys, there is a fake Pusa going around, and it's using the old logo that we had before, recommending us to go see this moron, that all of that stuff. The fake Pusa Studios, of course, is going to be a moron. You can just go and check. It's going to have like 0 or 1 subscribers, that type of thing. So you'll know right away it's not us. We don't go around recommending channels to other people, especially in other live stuff. And for the love of God, if you've known me any length of time, I'm certainly not going to send you over to the twit that they're sending them to. So with that said, if somebody comes into your chat with Pusa Studios, even they might be smart enough now to take on the new logo since we changed it a couple weeks late. Just take a look for a second and see how many subscribers it has, and that should give you a clue right there if it's us or not. Secondly, we don't like going into other people's chats and voicing our opinions, our terms, and especially being an ass, recommending them to somebody else or commenting on videos doing such. So that's not us at all.
If we do recommend a YouTuber, it's usually during our own live streams while we are talking, and you can actually see us.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Twit's a good word. It really works well, Paulo, for this one. I felt comfortable. It just felt right. That's all. There you go. You guys are doing absolutely awesome, folks. Once again, if you haven't hit that like button, please do. How do we know we're watching the real ones and not? You know how you know? Because this is not That's the number one telltale sign to know that you're watching the real Pusa Studios. If that happens, you're in trouble. It is a bot.
Wow. Yeah, and somehow I like it. I don't know why. Drunk Kings and Darwin.
You had to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good question, Mike. I hope that answers it splendidly.
If they don't have a wrench, it's not you. Well, yes, if we have a wrench in your chat, then it's definitely the way to realize that as well. Yes, Paulie, oh my. We feel for you guys. The Art of Read is here as well. MT Game Player, hello, how are you? Good day to you. MHX Thapa, just a warning to you, don't ask for Blue Wrench. Everybody has it here, as you can see. You eventually get it, but you have to be within the rules of YouTube chat and just be nice to each other. Diana, good to see you. How are you?
I was just going to answer. That's all. Good to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to have you in here. Rosorian Buck is in the house. A channel from way back when. A past guest from way back when. My apologies. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. At least you didn't ask her for super sticker verification.
That's another way how to know.
That's right. There you go. There's 2 ways. That's right. Like a phone. There's 3 ways to identify yourself.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them right there.
Well, third you'll have to see.
But right now, guys, I'm going to do a Rockstar welcome. There's so many great channels in here. I got to say hi to you all. It's great to have you in here. WTF Mike is in the house asking the questions, folks. That's right. We got What the Paranormal is with us. We have Life of SNR with us. The Justin Ross Show is here. The Art of Read. The Art of Handmade Dolls and stuff is here, folks. Texas Rider.
Mike, thank thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat. Thank you.
You're just on a roll tonight, Mike. You're just on a roll. Thank you so very much. Thank you for getting the wife wound up. Thanks for all of it. I hope this makes up for not getting to go out with your mom for supper. I hope so. Thank you very much for the support. Texas Rider is in the house as well. We have Terrell's artwork channel, the original wrench, folks. The very first wrench we ever had out of all these wrenches. Terrell's artwork channel. Make sure to check them out. We got Tammy's Passions in the house, folks. We got Tamara Maglin in the house. We have Storage Scavenger with us. We have Split Screen Gaming League games and vlogs. We have Skywatcher Sandra. We have Sheba Speaks. We have Reckless FPV. Razorian Buck is in the house, folks. We have Raul Garcia Fishing and Outdoors. We have Polly Bear Adventures, another channel been with us for a long time and a past guest as well, and a sender of great chocolates from Hawaii. Paul Peck Drywall is in the house, guys. Paul Peck Drywall Tube, I should say, who's almost at 80K. We have Patricia Norwood's Hobbies and Reborns with us. We got Paddy72. Thank you once again for the super chat a while ago. Ornob is with us, guys. That's right. OG San Draws is here. Nature's Beauty. MT Game Player NR4. Welcome, Miss Money. We have Misty Alago. We have Miscellaneous Magnets. And we have Minotaur. And we have Michael E. Fines. And we have, oh my God, that's our heart. M. Hicks the 8. There you go. There's quite a name. Welcome. We have Melissa B. Craft with me. We have Matt Northeast Drone Productions with us. We have Mama T's Eating Show. We have Lizzie Jules in the house. Mega Millions Mike is with us. We have Kim J in the house. We have Kathy's World and Friends. Just Living is in the house, folks. I repeat, Just Living is in the house, aka Paula. That's right, that's right. And Leonard Shea is in the house, a fellow Canadian. Good to see you. And we have Iquamar America, welcome. We got Inspired John in the house, folks. That's right. Elusive is in the house. We have Homesteading with the Herberts. We've got Jenny O'Brien here, folks. We got Hillbilly Pyro in the house. We got Haunted by Haunted. Grimes Fines, who's past 30,000. What's he at right now? Let's just, you want to check? No, you don't have yours up right now. I'll check. Allow me to check. I can't check. That's right. Graceful Spirit and Ray, how are you? Ghost Pirate, how are you? We got Game and Rubik's Liam in the house. We got E-Man L. Camel in the house. We have Eileen Veilleux, the fam in the house. We got Drone Kings and Darwin in the house. Diana SFNG in the house. We have Cricket Fox. We have Crazy Cage in the house. We got Cookin' Green Bastard Style in the house, folks. We got Charity O Show. We got Ben and Kate's Adventure. Alex the Blue Man, reviewer and gaming, exploring with Dip. Great to have you all, folks. The list is updating like crazy, up and down, up and down. I think our cap was 84 tonight that the good folks over at the Fake Pusa Studios are letting us have. Super chat. Sorry, I never have time in the live stream with my schedule, but I'm always here in spirit. My Mega Millions, Mike, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so very much. Give it to him, hon. Here.
Thank you. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, and you're right on time. We have just started. Thank you so much, Mega Millions Mike. Thank you.
Can somebody run Mega Millions Mike link for a couple of minutes, folks, please? The Electric Beard, how are you? Cheers to you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Anybody else, guys, just highlight your name. ATG Travels in the house. Talk about a channel from way back when, right from the very get-go. How are you, Andy? Hope all is well.
And Grimes Fines is at 31.1 right now.
He's flying, guys. He is flying. UberX with Taffy. How are you? Great to see you. Daily Life and Nature. Hope you're doing well. The Night Owl is in the house. How are you? Great to see you. Can you find out who moved the key from under the front mat? I got locked out last night. Ooh.
Oh, is it? Well, yes. You know, the house gets bigger and bigger. We need a new house, so, you know, we need a good new house. Just not enough space. That's all. Oh, okay, guys.
You go off to check your phone for 2 minutes and YouTube drops you off the list. Brad Ariels, what's going on? Fantastic to see you. Hope you're doing great. Pleasure to see you. Hope you're having a great one. The Night Owl, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. I hope you're both well. Doing good. It's great to have you in here, as well as Texas Rider. Yes, real hugs are good, LOL, Texas Rider says. Nothing wrong with hugs. Nothing wrong with real hugs. That's right. Here, hon. Come here. There you go. Oh. Seriously.
Oh, you squished me. What am I supposed to do?
I thought you were nice to turn your face.
It was nice. I turned my face. Otherwise, it would land on your cheek. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry at all. I heard that. You didn't even have to say it. I was well aware of that one already. I was well informed, folks. Don't worry.
Well, you initiated that one, so.
And kinky, says Leonard Shea. Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, where's mine's you rip off? Polly's on a roll.
Guys, say hi in the chat. If we missed you on a roll call, we want to say hi. And if you're just watching us, please say hi as well. And if you can't say hi, that's okay too. We hope you get your dose of information and a bit of entertainment here as well. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Pixel B, you didn't miss anything. You came in at just the right time, and we are going to jump into it lickety split, folks. In the meantime, yes, we're already limited monetization, so if you guys can hit that like button, tweet it out, tell friends, it helps out immensely. Actually, let's do it together. Hang on one sec here. Hang on, we're going to pause this. All right, folks, you know what's coming. We're going to get into our chat in just a second, and you're not going to want to miss it. So let's do this quickly, folks. Look way up, folks, and see if that thumb is blue. If it's not blue, let's do it together on the count of 3. Let's see if we can shake this desk. I'm sure we can. Let's do it, folks. 1, 2, 3. Hit it, folks. Hit it. Oh, you guys were already ahead of me. You got a couple in. That's awesome. I think there's probably some more in there, guys. Make sure it is blue. If it's gray, turn it. There you go. There you go. You guys are amazing, folks. It helps out so much, especially on these nights where it's yellow coin. It makes a world of difference. It only takes 3 seconds, but helps immensely. Thank you so very much. Another shot, man. I'm not stopping shaking until they stop coming. I'll hold on for dear life if I have to. That's fine, but you guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. And yes, if you guys can tweet it out, it makes a gigantic difference as well. I'm not who I see. My name is Abdul, and I'm a pretzel vendor who lives with his parents. Well, that sounds like a very noble life you got going there. Well, thank you so much for bringing us up to speed, a.k.a. Viewed This, a.k.a. not the real Tony then. There you go.
And we have Ganna joining us as well. Just saying hi, hello as well.
Ganna. How are you?
Stacey Morgan joining us, Lizzie Jewels here as well. Mariana Machado, hello and welcome here. And Tamara is here too. Hello, everybody just joining us.
Okay, guys, we're about to get into it. Don't forget about your selfies. A selfie of you watching us. You can't do that. A selfie of you. Upload it to Twitter. Just make sure you use the hashtag Blue Ridge Group so us and her can find you. It's always great to get your channel shared out, especially when you pick a couple and put them on a community post. The algorithm loves when you're getting shared out. That's points for your channel, guys. And if you haven't followed us on Twitter, hope you can along the way as well, and let us know so we can check you out as well. Side note, folks, yes, you see what's going on already. I have a feeling we're going to get hit with more trolls tonight. So please just be vigilant. If you see anybody come in, I mean, if they just come in and make a mistake, that's one thing. If it's hate-filled, racist, anything, I don't care if it's geared to us or anybody in here or anything, just racist, whatever, or just beyond foul mouth, please just ban their ass. I got your back. We got your back. No questions asked. Anna One, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And I think we're about ready to get into it. What do you think, Xenia?
Yes, let's do that. Let's not waste any more time. Although it wasn't a waste, we wanted to welcome you guys. You are valuable to us. This wouldn't be happening without you.
I'm a twit, but I don't have Twitter. Cooking Green says, oh my God almighty. All right. Alrighty, folks, with that said, I'm a semi-pro dog petter with a highly accomplished napper. Wow. I like those. We could use more people like you,
or
Mike.
Snapper. I was talking about turtles. I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't just.
I was talking about turtles.
Oh.
I'm laughing with you because I don't know what I'm laughing about, but okay.
Did you ever hear about the redheaded girl that went fishing for 7 guys for 5 days? She come back with a big red snapper?
That's not what I said.
Well, that's where I figured you were going. So.
You know, your head only goes as far as your mind is spoiled, you know? So I never even thought about that.
You didn't? I bet you'll think about it now.
Well, we're demonetized anyway, so
yeah.
It's a difference.
I still have a ball with it. Yeah.
So, okay, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, Charity Osho. Thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much.
Mike.
Oh, guys, you guys are getting us in trouble.
Alrighty, folks. Yeah, I think we better get on topic.
Documents ready.
Documents ready. Oh, she's getting cross. And there you go, folks. Just before we start, we've just lost our first 200 views or so. Let me share with you, just so you know where we're going. Why is it not sharing?
Well, with only 9 people in the chat, we
there you go.
have 200 views. But
there we had our big dip off. There, our first drop. Back down to 267 from 400 and some. That is going to probably happen now. Last night, now, not a bit. First time in weeks, so they must have been asleeping. Alrighty, folks. There you go. Enough. Love transparency. Can never have enough of it. Alrighty, folks. Our topic tonight: shocking online deception exposed. And this is no joke, folks. This here is jaw-dropping, and then some. I'm just going to give you guys a little synopsis here about the whole thing. We're going to be talking about the chameleon attack, manipulating content display on online social media. As online social networks are ambiguous, attracting millions of users all over the world. Being a popular communications media, OSNs are exploited in a variety of cyber attacks. Online social networks are abused by cyber criminals for various malicious activities. Here is a few of the things, guys, that can be done with this. Using this technique, adversaries can, for example, avoid censorship by concealing true content when it is about to be inspected, acquire social capital to promote new content while piggybacking on a trending one, cause embarrassment and serious reputation damage by tricking a victim to like, retweet, or comment on a message that he or she wouldn't normally do without any indication for the trickery within the OSN. This is going to be something, guys, based on an experiment. You're not going to believe your eyes. We actually have an example for you on here how it works. And I don't know, I almost think it's more shocking than the time we checked the thumbnails, to be honest. I think it's...
Yes.
This is scary. And especially with an election that just passed here in Canada, for instance, one coming in the States this year and that. Wow. It's not only in big groups. What a way to manipulate a ton of unsuspecting people. It's crazy.
And we're going to dive deeper into what exactly it is, how does it work, and what you can do as a social media and internet consumer to protect yourself. Can you protect yourself? We're going to also show you a little video that we took of the actual example, how it looks, and it's going to shock you quite enormously. Now, why did we say at the beginning that you most likely haven't heard that before? Because the research done is super new. It is actually a preprint release. It haven't been officially reviewed yet. It just been released on the 16th of January and only going to be presented for the first time in the World Wide Web conference in April of this year. So brand new experiment, brand new study, and the results that are going to shock you. Well, let's see what it's all about. So like Andrew was saying, it is called the chameleon attack. And why? Well, you're going to see exactly why. So its main incentive is to trick a victim, or you, in this sense of a user of internet or any social media, to like, retweet, or comment a message that you wouldn't normally do without indication. Basically, you get tricked to do things that you wouldn't be doing, and it is super hard to detect. Now, the best or worst part of it, that these chameleon attacks can pass all the filters. It can pass all the moderation by human beings and by bots as well. So if the social media page like Facebook or YouTube or whatever it is, they are using special filters to fact check the web pages and links, well, it still can pass those security checks as well. And that's why it is so dangerous. Now, it is possible due to different design flaws that different social media has. And as you know, there's different ways of posting social media content depending on what kind of social media you're using. Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube, Reddit, Facebook, they all have different...
The YouTube comment section, please do not refer to YouTube any social media. YouTube comment section can be different in different ways how you can post different content as well.
And
we're sharing the same mechanism between many of them for the posting.
yeah, exactly. For example, you can share or post comments. You can reply to somebody in the comments. You can also post and share links. Links can have previews. You can also have shortened links, etc. and etc. Those all are things that are common across social media and can be used no matter on which social media you are, and therefore applies to all of them at the same time. One of the things that we're gonna show you is the redirection, and that is what we're gonna show you the video as well. And basically, what it means that you are liking or sharing or commenting on the link that has a preview of the link with a certain content. Let's say, for example, you like a certain soccer team, or you're a Manchester fan, let's say. Okay, and you like it and you share it and you're so excited and you're all for it. Well, you share it on your Facebook page, you forget about it, and you move on. When your friends go over to your Facebook page, they actually see that you are a fan of...
They message you freaking out. Are you insane? What the hell are you commenting? How much you love the Manchester, and you're cheering on their victory and all that.
And in fact, it actually shows that you are a supporter of, let's say, Satanist group or some kind of religious organization that is banned across the world or anything like that, and you didn't even know. Yep. Yes, and maybe
because it's not just just want to mention this. Not just in competing factors. You could be commenting to something on a vegetable garden or a community grow garden somewhere, and find out that you're later on cheering on the burning of crops in South America, or even less to do with it. It could be about I don't want to say the names, but who've inflicted great scariness on the world, like in certain years, like in the early 2000s and stuff like that. When you were writing something about the Boy Scout club that your son belongs to, and it ends up in somewhere like that, if you get my drift. So.
Or you are, for example, commenting about the singer that you like and what an amazing content they have. And once you share it and like it and comment on it, well, it ends up that you are supporting child abuse, or even worse. Yeah. And you didn't even know. It is happening. It is happening more and more, especially like Andrew was mentioned before, with the election coming, of course, within the political realm as well. But not only it does, and we'll explain later on how affect individual person beings as well. Did you want to show the video?
Yeah. You guys ready to see it? All right, guys. I'm going to show you this here. This is gonna knock your socks off, guys, and not in a good way. I want you just to do me one favor. I want you guys to listen to this very carefully. When you're watching this, we're going to bring up the example involves one politician. This can work both ways. This can work many different ways. I want you to feel like you're the one that's doing the commenting right here. Because whatever you like to comment onto, whatever you support, whether it's right wing, left wing, whatever the case, you don't need to say in the chat, just in your heart. Think about how you would feel if it turned out this way for you.
Now, this is an example. Remember, it has nothing to do with the exact content. It is an example. There you see a link embedded with Joe Biden for president, and it is an official link. Now, we like it. Just an example once again. We like it. We comment on it. Crazy stuff. A very generic comment, and usually people across social media leave pretty generic stuff on that, and then we click on it to check out the video. Well, we watch a video, and as you can see, it is an actual official video posted on YouTube by Joe Biden presidential campaign. Nothing fishy there. Pretty regular, nothing suspicious. That's exactly what we commented on, what we liked, maybe possibly shared on our Facebook page, maybe on other social media, supporting the candidate that we think we like. Now, again, it's an example. And it all looks fine, right? But then we go and we refresh the page. And now look carefully. Look carefully. Yes. Now it is showing the link to campaign from Donald Trump. And as you can see, we have still the same comment underneath it that we just left under Joe Biden's video. Our like is still there, and if we shared it now, not Joe Biden's video, but the President Trump's video is shared instead. And now this is just an example. It can be anything.
It can be reversed right away for anybody that's strongly political. The same thing reversed if you go for Donald Trump and end up back with one for Biden. I mean, it can go either way, so don't take any offense to it. It's just an example. Whether it's sports teams, whether it's... And once again, it doesn't have to be anything connected like one or the other. It could be something that you type in, like the example I brought a while ago, like in your Cubs, your kids' Boy Scouts club, you know? Keep up, guys. You're doing a fantastic job. Say they had a career day or something. That can be taken over and then turned into something very charged, like I say, early 2000s, brought a lot of chaos to the world, those type of channels. And that's what's happening as well. And that is, by doing this, it's actually hijacking your support for something you are completely oblivious to and using it to build momentum for something else that you're most likely then against, because if they're going this route, most likely you're against it. That's why they're doing it, or just completely oblivious. They'll just use the numbers to build up. So once again, I'm going to play this for you guys because I see a lot of people saying, "What?" Now that you've seen it the first time, you can watch again how this works.
And it does work both ways. It is an example provided by the research team, so it's not something that we made, guys. It's nothing to do with the content. It's just an example. It can be worked both ways. And once again, it has nothing to do with either of the candidates. We prefer to stay neutral. We are not Americans. We're in Canada, so we don't get to vote anyway. So there you go. Pay close attention. There is the same like, the same comment, and just a regular user experience. You usually click on a link, check a little bit. Nobody really watches in full, FYI, if you're a regular viewer any video, but that's a topic for another story. So yeah, and nothing really suspicious. You would think, well, by clicking a link it would lead to something that is untrue, to false information, to a different website. But no, it is very unsuspicious. It only changes after it gets refreshed, or if on the outside the source that has been posting this scam, so to say, is changing it manually. And there you go. Once again, you see the like is still there, the comment is still there, but the content, the referral link is completely different. The crazy stuff that it can be super incriminating, because you can, what they actually do is, and it can be targeted in different ways. There can be groups that can be targeted, and actually people go within Facebook groups as well, WhatsApp groups as well, and pretend to be somebody else, and then they change, or you go into the group, let's say gardening group, you like pickling, cucumbers. You're interacting with all of that content for a couple months, sometimes even a year or two. They're building their social presence, so to say. They're building the activity on the accounts, and then it gets changed without your knowledge to something completely else. So at first it looked like you are liking and supporting the group about gardening, but now you are supporting ISIS group, or you're supporting...
I was trying to avoid saying that name.
We already demonetized.
Well...
Or you're supporting, child abuse, or any kind of other thing.
All kinds of nasty stuff that can be found in the real world.
That's right. And the thing is, it is very hard to detect it unless you go back yourself and check it. Usually we just forget about things that we share and like in the past. And as I said, it can last for years sometimes. And it can be incriminating, especially if it is something very severe.
Yep.
Now, I mentioned teenagers early on. That can be used for targeted individuals as well, not only to incriminate them in some more severe cases, but also to shame people. We all know how cancel culture works lately with all of the scandals that have been going on various themes. That can be used to shame people and get them the visual connection, because it seems that they like something that they shouldn't be liking. They share things that they shouldn't be. They're actively involved in something that they shouldn't be. And teenagers, for example, can be actively involved something maybe they are, let's say they haven't been open about their sexuality. Well, now they get linked into all different things that are putting them out there without their permission.
So you're on a roll. Employers tend now more than ever to go and researching employees online, their social medias before hiring. And it's not nice when your name comes up cheering on certain groups and that. I don't want to say too many times. So stuff like that as well. There's just nothing but great implications that can come out of it. It is quite harmful. And first and foremost, it's a violation of your core beliefs and what you want to support and what you don't want to support. Your name is, you know that when you comment, say if it was, I'm going to reverse around, and you're a Trump supporter, just for the sake so nobody feels left out. You support Trump with all your heart. Do you want to have your name under Joe Biden and that's something cheering him on in that? That's a gigantic violation. That's why I wanted you guys to feel like it was you, whether you go for Biden or Trump, just reverse it in your head or whatever the case you're passionate about. And think about when you click that button, your name goes up with it. That's basically your seal of approval on that opinion that you made, whether pro or against. That's a huge violation, not that to yourself. Like, I mean, to everybody's core when it happens like that. Let alone all the political, the litigational troubles you can get yourself into as well. Oh my God, the farming life. How are you? Great to see you.
Coffee breaks with Bree here as well.
Welcome.
So there are different ways how they can be implementing, and like I mentioned, there is this redirection, which video very clearly showed you how is it completely hidden from the plain sight, so to say, really. Then also it is used through short links and brand management. And as you know, for example, on YouTube, you're not allowed to use shortened links in the description of your video because they want to know the actual source of the short link. So that's why you can't use it. Well, when you do use shortened links or other people use it on other social media, you can actually customize it the way that nobody's going to know where the actual source comes from. So you know, the short link can say fluffy cats, but the end source might end up somewhere really dark and criminal. So that's also the way they're doing it. You might hover over the link and think, well, it's not it's nothing suspicious. If you're looking for fluffy cats, it's nothing criminal is going to be in your head at the time, so you're not going to be even thinking about it. There's no suspicion, nothing different, but when you click on it, it ends up being into something completely different than you were expected. And when you come back now, that link that you commented on is something else and might incriminate you. Link previews, as we said as well, it allows users to quickly get a first impression of a post or a profile because it can affect not only the posts themselves but also the whole profiles, the whole Twitter profile, Facebook profile. It's been known on YouTube as well, or just the whole social profile as well. And it includes a title, a thumbnail, a short description, and the source targeted by the URL. And when you click on it, the preview changes to something completely else. Now, this is one of the reasons why Twitter doesn't have the edit option. And this probably will answer lots of you guys' questions. When are we getting an edit option? I misspell so many things on Twitter. I want to be able to edit, me, myself included. But that's part of their protection program exactly for that, because being able to edit content that is posted is part of the problem. And researchers actually offer some solutions to social media as well for that.
Thank you, Farmal, for the super chat. And no, you're not too dumb. Jeez. Coffee breaks with Bree. Always feels like home with Pusa. It's always great to have you guys in here. Yeah, guys, it is crazy. It is absolutely... I don't know if there's a lot joined us here. We'll just play it in the background for a sec. We'll give another example. This is the newest exposed hack going on basically on a lot of the social media platforms, where your comment is changed to and then taken over to somebody else that you did not initially comment on. So once again, it is Joe Biden. That's the example I give. Honestly, as a side note, I wish they wouldn't use something political. I wish they would have used anything else. I don't like that either. I feel it was, but nonetheless, we got what we work with. So reverse it for yourself if that makes you feel better, or pretend it's something else completely different. like I say, there's all kinds of scenarios where you could get caught in this. So there you go. We'll just let it play in the background here for a second.
The video, the video is made by us, but the way it is done and the post itself is presented by the researchers, and it can be done both ways. So once you click on it, then you click on it again, it's going to reverse from Mr. Trump to Joe Biden. So it works either way.
I just wish they hadn't done this example. There was so many other ones that probably could have worked. But then again, too, a lot of the other stuff would go through to get the same effect of how serious it is. They would have had to do some pretty, go into some pretty bad Facebook pages to do it. So.
I hope that you can get past the content because it is not what it is about. So
it's really important, guys. Like it's shocking. It's shocking. Like when you see it happening, how quickly it goes through after just 20 seconds of watching a video is enough to make it happen.
That's right. So while it is going on there, and you can see it, as you can see once again, it is a legit. It is not a fake website at the end. It is legit websites that are getting used to redirect it. So therefore, it is not detected. For example, on Facebook, they do have security system that catches, so to say, filters out the invalid websites that they have blacklisted, and therefore when you click on a link and it wants to open something that is blacklisted, it doesn't open anything at all. It tells you that there's an error. Well, because these redirections are to actual valid websites, as you just seen an example, there is no filter on Facebook or other social medias that does this. The same goes if you use the links. If somebody uses the links and descriptions of their YouTube video, or maybe in the comments, that can happen the same way. They can be using the shortened link that will have a something inaudible, something just come gibberish link, and you just click on it out of curiosity, or it can have a shortened link with an unsuspicious name on it, and it will lead to something completely different, but yet still a valid website.
Punchy Paints, I hear your comment. You didn't do anything wrong. I just got to remove it because of the name that's into it. We're already limited monetization. Not that Xenia didn't say it already, but we're going to try to get it back. But yes, that's exactly it. And that happens all the time on there. It is really sad. We're doing great, Dole Whip Dad. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. As well as Premier Hell and Happy Lux is in here. Reckless FPV, how are you? Vegas and Stilettos is here. All kinds of great channels. Yes, folks, once again, anytime we talk about anything, well, I shouldn't say that. Even when we did our Sunshine Happy Hour, we got limited monetization, so go figure. But Ozzy, no worries. Just scored a job I applied for. Oh my God, Ozzy, congratulations to you. That's awesome. Good luck with that. Keep it up.
Congrats.
And Just a Girl, how are you as well?
So, like I said, people, there are two different ways of doing it. People have been targeting groups. So the whole, let's say, people that have certain interests, different teams get supported, different political parties, different religions, different interests, and so on. And it has been known to target individuals as well. In fact, when they do target individuals, and it can, in fact, affect even your teenagers or kids that are using social media, and that's why it is so dangerous. They actually spend time collecting information about the target, and which is pretty easy to do with seeing the posts that people have been done before, what are they interested in, and so on. So they are most likely bait you with a post that you more likely to click on. So let's say if you're interested in latest scores from your favorite hockey team, and you have been showing interest about that before, well, the click post, the bait post is going to be something about that, and it's a valid post. It's nothing that they have fabricated. It's a valid post. It's valid source. Just when you click on it and you like it and maybe share it, you come back and it's actually something completely different. Might incriminate you, might put you in shame in front of your colleagues, or maybe even fire you from your new job, because people don't tend to investigate these things. You know how the cancel culture works. Once again, we just see the history of Twitter posts. We look at the Facebook. We look what people have been posting, liking, sharing, what groups that have been involved in. But in fact, that's not the truth. It can be something completely fabricated by somebody else. So what you see is not what you get in this area at all.
Most definitely. You're on such a run tonight. I'm just kind of...
Oh.
No. It's all good. Very, very thorough. And a good thing, too. It really is, guys. And she did a lot of research on that side of it. And it's just still it just shows you how easy things are to manipulate. But once again, the thought comes in with the election coming up this year and what that is going to be like. So I'm timing you out, lunatic daughter, and next time I'm going to have to time you out. No promoting stuff in here. Thank you.
And therefore, now the point of the group posts where they do these bait posts is to drive traffic. And that's what happens with the posts that are involved within political campaigns or maybe some religious organizations and so on. That happens with posts, individual posts, as well as groups where those are permitted, as well as profiles, for example, on Instagram. And we had here, I think Lucky Beach Thoughts was talking about example of meme profiles on Instagram. On Facebook, they can be certain groups, different kind of interest groups as well. In posts, anywhere, community posts on YouTube, for example, where people are sharing things or building a group or having a profile in order to build traffic. So they spend months, maybe even a year, depending on how big the target is, like how big is the organization that is behind it. They spend time building traffic. So it's a legit profile, legit post about something that everybody's interested in. It generates legit clicks, not bots or anything. Actual people are liking, commenting on it, sharing it, and therefore gaining traffic, making it more prevalent in social media.
That's what makes it so dangerous. You actually unwillingly become part of the problem because you are an actual commenter, an actual real person, not a bot. You add more validity to what's being passed around, and that's what's so sad about it. It really makes you part of the problem. Not that you're a willing participant, but you really add validation to that post. And as we all know, a good marketing campaign can go a long way, and the right push into it can get it out in a lot of the wrong hands. It just gives something that shouldn't have a message so much push in the end, which can make it detrimental. We're talking about a lot of very strong hate groups with some very, very strong agendas. And the more push, the more people they reach out to, the greater the chance they have. That's exactly why they're doing that in the end. Remember that. It is to get that reach out there. They know you're not even going to see it, most likely. So you've actually helped them unwillingly build up more of an illegal crime syndicate, more of a so-called terrorist group, whatever the case it may be. And that's very disheartening, you know, when a lot of us just want the world to be a decent place. I'm not going to get all kumbaya onto it, and that is just we have most of us, for the greatest part of number, don't want any association with these things whatsoever and would rather them not be there at all. Instead, we're kind of starting to help them, and that's sickening. It really is.
That's right. So they post a content that is very super interesting to the main public. It might be content that is clickbaitish, just again to generate more traffic.
Kittens and yarn, I'm thinking, folks. Stuff like that. That's true.
Super Bowl results.
Super Bowl
yesterday.
results, yeah.
Or Shakira picture on Twitter. I don't know, anything. Or they can actually do that in order to avoid censorship. So they know that their original content would be censored out because of different content policies on different social media, so they post something else instead to generate the traffic. And then when the time comes, like elections, or if it is targeted specifically when they have chosen the time to be so, they change the end content and you don't even know about. So once again, you could be sharing something a year ago, you could be liking or commenting on something 2 months ago, and now it is changed to something else. And the likes that were there for kittens and yarn, the shares that were there, the cute comments that were there for kittens and yarns, now are under the completely different content, maybe political, maybe religious, maybe criminal, and you don't even know about it. And that what creates the legitimacy under these accounts, under these posts, because you see a lot of traffic. You see that, well, people are supporting it, right? There's so many people sharing it, so many people liking it, so many people supporting it. Must be something right about it. But in fact, they didn't even know what are they supporting. And that's what is part of fake news. That's what is part of fake information all across social media as well, because the views are real. the likes are real, the comments are real, but it wasn't the first information. It wasn't the first link, the actual resource link that people were reacting to. It was something else changed later on. That's pretty crazy. You can't trust anything.
No. I have a friend that shares a lot of political things on Facebook, and I must show her this. And the thing is, though, it's so much more than just political. A lot of times that's where it's ending up. That's another thing I don't like. This example is a good one, but you gotta remember how you could be liking something that has absolutely zero to do with it whatsoever. I don't know, a little girl eating an apple and walking under a tree could lead to supporting something that's highly criminal in that. There doesn't have to be any connection whatsoever with it. Because think of it, most people on those things give very, very general comments anyways. Oh, I love this. This is amazing. Fantastic stuff. 2 thumbs, that kind of stuff. So it fits under anything as well. So even if you're to go look then later on at one of those channels, it's not going to even... It's not going to stand out from the crowd or anything like that. It's just going to look like some more support for that one that it ended up on too. Anna 1, thank you very much for the super chat. Do appreciate it. Xenia will catch them after. Yeah, she's going to take note of them and then she'll do them right after we're done.
Thank you so much. And now it can be done on YouTube as well. If you're wondering, well, how does it apply to YouTube if we're talking about here? As we all know, we do have edit buttons here, and now with the new editor in YouTube, we're gonna edit some parts out of the video as well. So you can not only change the title and description of the video that has been posted, but also edit it to something within the video that you already had. Now it is a little bit harder with the actual video because you can't really replace it. You have to edit with what you have, but it still can be done. Nevertheless, the titles, descriptions, and all of the links down below can be changed without your knowledge. And most of the time, we as YouTubers use it to our advantage to have it, more rated into YouTube system. It has no criminal intent whatsoever, but it can and is used like that. So you might not even know what you are sharing. You might be sharing a video of a beautiful snowfall somewhere in Swiss Alps, and then ended up sharing something completely different. Because they have changed the title and it's not what it actually was about. So you got to be careful what you're sharing, even if it is from YouTube, what you click on, and what the descriptions are underneath as well. So it does apply to YouTube as well, not only to social media.
That's right, guys. Wherever there's comments, you can be at risk. So once again, some new ones have joined us, so we'll walk them through here again. What we're talking about tonight. This is the chameleon effect, a study done about comments being changed without your knowing. This is an example where somebody's commenting on Joe Biden. We did it through the site to do the experiment, where you type in your comment thinking it is for Joe Biden. On this case, it's role reversed, and yes, you can do it on the channel as well, on the Facebook page as well. So after you comment, you go and you watch your video that you just commented on there on Facebook. And we left it run for about 20 some seconds just to make sure it stuck, that it was seen, that it registered. So if this was a real one, if you like Joe Biden, you'd be over here. Or if it was Trump, and you would go over and watch the Trump one, and you would be there. The same process no matter what. You'd be showing your support. There we go. So we're going to pause. Now we're going to go back. And when you hit the refresh onto it, just be 1 second. There we go. And you scroll down to where you commented. Now it's actually turned into an ad for Trump instead. But your like is still there. Your like is still active. And in the comments, your comment is there as well. So there you go. There you go, folks. Is there any way to really protect yourself?
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna dive into. There are a couple of options that researchers have offered to the social media as well as to the individual viewers, and that's what we're gonna talk about now. Like we said at the beginning, different social media platforms have different security systems in place, and so it differs a little bit around the place. Now, researchers have stated that apparently the most safe, but it's not safe 100%, but the most safe place is WhatsApp. Just because of the nature of it, because it is more personal, more interaction, like a messaging app, and less of the outsourced link sharing, just of the nature of it. And the second would be Twitter and Instagram, mostly Twitter because of the edit button. But nevertheless, you gotta be careful with the embedded links, and that's what we're gonna talk about, how you can get acquainted. How do they look like, and can you actually? In Twitter, it is harder to make it difficult to do attack this way, because you can't edit the comment, but you can still include the link that drives you to a different content. So the same example that we showed on Facebook can be used on Twitter as well, exactly the same way. And you know how sometimes on Twitter we just share things even without checking it, so you don't even have to necessarily click on it in order for it to be something changed the next day, and it will end up on your profile as something that you support. On Instagram, editing process includes not only the text and the description, but also the image itself. So you actually can be reposting or on Twitter, or maybe an Instagram picture that you liked, or you can be following somebody and leaving a comment under the picture. So it's not only the description, but the whole picture will be edited out. So who knows what kind of picture with malicious intent it is actually changed to. Like, it can be anything, let your mind run wild. It can be anything, and all of a sudden you're incriminated. All of a sudden somebody can put it against you, anybody from employer to coworker to your family member, and then go and prove that it wasn't you that did it, because it actually was.
Yep.
Just the content was different. Reddit is very popular with that as well. It, in fact, is one of the best places where you can see it happening. People trying to get to the traction and of the link, and it ends up being something else at the end. As well as LinkedIn. Yes, I was surprised about that. Social media or not, super official social media, but very often their embedded links and even the whole profiles actually don't exist in reality. They are made as part of this chameleon attack. And one of the things that they do is also create artificial timeline. For example, and I forgot to mention that sometimes, especially on Facebook and really anywhere except for Twitter, you can actually hide things. So they can be pre-posting already things that have implications to other themes, to some criminal things, let's say, and then hide them. Then post something really nice and pretty and fluffy. You comment in it, they change the content, and then somebody's gonna ask you, well, why you didn't know that it was a bad page, and you didn't know that it was a bad group or profile. Look at that, they already have all these awful things that they posted and said before. Well, yes, they did, they just were hidden, and that's why you didn't see them. So that's the way how they go around it to build this legitimacy. They might have account working for a year, building this legitimacy, having these people coming for something completely else, but then when the real true content is being revealed, it already has this traffic, it already has the views, and they reveal the previous content of the same incriminating value, which is so scary because you don't even know what is posted there. So they can change the display, they can switch the content, and there can be obviously different ways that can be done, and we already mentioned that. Now, there has to be additional security controls done with the social media, and researchers require the social media to do that. What you can do, there are 3 things that you can do as a regular user. Now, it won't protect you 100% because of the different ways social media work, but you can be a little bit more vigilant to that. So edit indications on posts. Pay attention to these indications. Facebook and other places where you can actually do edits. YouTube comment section as well. You actually can see when somebody have edited the comment. Pay attention to that little space right beside the person's name. No matter if it is Facebook or YouTube, it actually indicates that the comment or the content have been edited. Facebook has it super small. It used to have it bigger, and now it has changed. Now you have to click on the timestamp, and only then it reveals it. It used to be that you can just hover over, but nevertheless, it's still there. So knowing that if the content itself have been edited, the comment itself, the post itself have been edited, note that it will be shown right beside the name where it is. Like on YouTube itself, the description, if somebody changes the description, you're not gonna know it. Okay, if Instagram somebody changes the post, you're not gonna know it. So it's only available on Facebook and on YouTube comments. Now if you see, of course, obviously anything like that happen, report that to the social media that you are on, so they know how to deal with it. Also, the second thing is to check the textual content of the posts. If the posts that are, especially on the profiles, have large number of I can't pronounce it. Ambiguous posts. Something that is super generic. A group that has super generic posts. A profile that has super generic posts. That has no direct interest. It has super general posts with super general comments that can super easily be changed to something else. That can be indicator that it can be something fishy going on. You just should increase the suspicion if context of other posts in the timeline are just super generic and has nothing really to do with anything concrete.
Pixel Pia brought up a good question. I'm trying to think now. Did it say? No, it didn't say edited on this one though. On the example, did it?
No, because it's not edited. This one has end source different,
right?
And
yes,
therefore it's a different
thing. Because she was asking for this one, I was like,
no.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, it's the link. This source, the end source is different, and that Facebook can't detect. It's only if the post itself is edited you can see it. Now, I wanted to bring your attention as users of YouTube that not having a banner, not having a profile picture, not having an about section also might indicate that it is a generic chameleon effect, chameleon attack profile. So therefore, do your work as a YouTuber, and if you are in YouTube, you count yourself as YouTuber, add these things as part of your channel so machines or human don't detect you as part of any type of cyber attack.
Just as a side note, guys, that's why I've been saying that for a long time, and that ties into there as well as just as more and more people are getting stung on YouTube by trolls and that, it's becoming more and more prevalent. People are more leery of any channel that doesn't seem to have a substance to it, a look to it, and that's where the banner, all that stuff is going to help you more in people being interested, because a lot are just starting to brush off channels that don't have any of it, just saying, oh, it's a waste of time, there's some troll, this is just a garbage channel, I'm gone. And it's not that you might have fantastic content, but this is just another one of those reasons why it is more important than ever. Forget even the benefits of the YouTube platform, but just for other people that you meet to engage with you or might come across you, you definitely want to have your channel together, your ducks in a row, if you will, because that's Xenia brought up a very good point there. That's also tying into what we've been saying all along.
And yes, Heather, I do agree. Exactly. It doesn't have to be a malicious content only.
No.
It can be for content for, you're right, for used for competitor. For, let's say, Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Of course, it can be for all different reasons. We just showing you example of extreme versions of it. And like I said, the video example was brought to us by the creators of the research team. We didn't create that. It was just an example.
Even if you liked Pepsi and it went to another ad for Pepsi, the thing is you agreed to what was on there. You stated your facts on that one. You know, no matter what the case, and no matter how light it is or how offensive it is or disgraceful or disgusting, whatever the case, you comment on something, you basically put, as I said a while ago, your seal of approval onto this, and this takes away that and actually puts it to something else. So even if it's the same product, it still is just as bad as something that's truly offensive or dangerous, etc. You did not agree to that. So, Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. There you go, inspired John. That's right. I knew somebody was going to say it. Pusa Studios, my beautiful couple. Lady BASMR, how are you? Welcome to everybody in the chat, by the way. It's great to have you in. Folks, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. We're on limited monetization for discussing this. So the like button really, really makes a gigantic difference, especially tonight. Any night, but especially tonight. And on top of that, if you can tweet it out or let anybody know, that would be absolutely awesome. Thank you. Hey there, Renegade, Davo.
So now, and the third thing that you can do, and it refers to the referral links, a large number of redirect links within the profile timeline might indicate that it is chameleon profile or chameleon posts, and therefore one of the reasons why Facebook more prefers people posting the picture and the description and not the link to YouTube, let's say, because by machines and etc. it can detect it as spam, or it can detect it as dangerous. Exactly for these reasons, because this embedded link can be changed to something else. So therefore, when you do share something, it is more safer to share something that has a picture attached to it than an embedded link. Now, again, nothing is 100% sure, but it is more safer within this cyber attack realm. One way how to know also if the URL is something that is different at the end source is to copy that URL by clicking the right click of the mouse and copying and pasting it into the address bar. So instead of opening directly from the embedded link, you paste it. Now you are going to see the name of the actual the source name of the link in there once you do that, and that will show you if it is the same theme, the same subject that is in a post, or it's something different. On Twitter, though, it is impossible to check that because Twitter uses shortened links oftentimes. Oftentimes people use their social media planners to do that, so you can't really see the source of it. So on other social media, that is possible. And that's one of the ways how you can check it, especially if you have suspicions on it.
Inspired John.
And yes, exactly.
Sorry, she's in documents mode tonight. I swear to God, she's not stopping. I don't know. All right.
Well, that's about the summary of that. If you guys have any questions, then Andrew is going to be answering the questions for that. But nevertheless, no matter if it is with competition in mind between the brands, no matter if it is about political campaigns, whoever side you're on, and once again, we don't vote in American election, or if you're just an individual or you're a parent of a teenager, it actually might incriminate you just as a person and might cause some arguments within your family too, just as easy as that. And it is super hard to prove it that you didn't do what the post shows.
That's right, folks. That's right. There's lots of ways that it can harm you in the down the road. So it's it almost makes you not even want to bother, doesn't it? I mean, we pretty much gave up Facebook a good while ago, and it almost makes you want to comment even less now at this point. So, got some points. Xenia did a lot of research, very comprehensive coverage of it. It is very shocking. I compared a lot to when we found out about how YouTube reads the thumbnails with the Vision AI. Stunning. Like the first time we've seen it and we're watching it, it's like I don't believe what I'm seeing here because it just plays out so easily. And, that's why we all have to lose our independence on here and just realize just how much things can be manipulated and keep that in mind, what we're doing. Be as vigilant as you can. You can't catch everything. You can only do your best for yourself. But it's sad to see what sometimes the most... I feel especially bad. Forget the politics. Forget all that stuff. It's the real hate crime ones, the real hate-based ones. And how so many channels people are making these comments on something so innocent. And it gets mixed up. Not only mixed up with... It helps promote something so bloody awful. Xenia always makes compelling arguments. I appreciate the heads up. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Hi, I feel like my content will get stolen on my Instagram. I post some of my poems to get recognized, as well as YouTube. My close friend even attempted to Oh, well, that's welcome to the social media world. We're copying. We all understand that. More than once we felt like a Xerox machine. Diane, thank you, Ksenia, all in the chat. Have a great night. Diana, it was nice seeing you. Hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for coming. It was great to have you in. Dr. Sandra, thank you for enlightening us all. Hugs. It's a shocking topic. It really is, and it's good that everybody knows about it. That's the first step to it. And I mean, you guys can pass it on. And remember, we're not talking YouTube right now. This is something pass on to your whole family, extended family. A lot of people on Facebook are not exactly computer savvy, so even it's an easier targeting ground for stuff like this. So, there's a lot of people I'm sure you want to let them know.
Casey here is suggesting the unshortener links, which is a really good tool for yourself. And he was using it at work. That's exactly, it blocks you from going to other shortened links, so you know what you're actually clicking on. Yep. Laj was saying that he was wondering if social media actually will overreact to this information. In fact, researchers say it is not as easy to be done. One thing that can be done, and I don't know, maybe some of you know it better who are in social media behind the scenes, is to take the history or record the history of the posts that are posted within the back end of the social media. So when there are accusations of any kind, they can actually bring back what exactly did you comment on, like kind of like screenshots, but within the system itself, which right now it's not how it works. So you can't really reverse it and see what exactly people were commenting on unless somebody took a screenshot. The social media doesn't have a record of it, unfortunately. So what they could do is actually make that record possible. So if the accusations are there, it actually can be reversed and seen, what exactly people were commenting on, what exactly was shared, and so on. It is not available right now. Facebook have said in a recent Mark Zuckerberg sentences, he was saying just I think a week ago, he said he doesn't really care what anybody thinks about Facebook. They're just keep doing what they're doing. Yep. So I don't think Facebook is going to be doing any changes within that.
Good that he has a healthy belief in himself. It's nice to see him getting self-esteem. That helps everybody out, makes the world a lot better place.
For the people behind the research, I will put the link to the actual full research paper available on PDF into our description after the video is uploaded, as I always do. We also will be posting the link to the Facebook page with the example that we used in our video, so you can try it yourself in both versions and show to your friends and family how it works as well. So all that additional information will be available down below in the description. As I said, this is a new research. It has been just released and pre-printed actually on the 16th of January, and the first time will be talked about on the World Wide Web conference only in April. So it is brand new.
How come YouTube doesn't give creators the ability to remove fake accounts from their subscribers list? Blocking the people doesn't remove them. They can still see your content.
Yeah, good question.
It's a question we've all been asking for a long time, believe me.
Probably so people don't use it maliciously. That's always so caring about the the people who actually are bad, but that's okay. Do you guys ever get worried that your photography photos will get stolen? Good question for tomorrow. Bruno and Kitty can talk about it a little bit more. So I'll try to save it for tomorrow. Definitely.
All right, guys. Is there any other questions, folks? Any other questions? Anybody else got any regarding this topic? If it's other stuff like that, we'll do tomorrow night on Tech Talk Tuesday. But if you guys got any other questions about what we talked about tonight, please feel free. The floor is yours. Xenia will put in all the material at the end, so you'll have that. Great that we having all you guys in here. Like I say, folks, we were limited monetization tonight, so if you guys can hit that like button, please, and tweet it out. It makes a gigantic difference. It really does.
I see MS Full Roller was talking about the videos where the ads on the videos are opposite stance of the subject of the video. This is a bit different thing, and in fact, we called it. We called it before it became a thing. If you've seen our video, we talked about the ads that are different, about the global warming and so on. I'll post the link in the chat as well. Well, a week after we did that video, the House of United States actually did official letter to Google requesting to do the changes with regards to these ads that are on the videos that don't represent them. So that's only the beginning, and like I said, we called it. I'm very proud of it. So, which platforms we should delete?
I told them all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, go back to carrier pigeons. That's what I say. Accept any photo posted on the net by anybody to be used by another entity. Yes, exactly. Got your mug today. Polly Bear Adventure says, "Ooh, I tried the leggings. They ripped, so I got a mug instead. Now I have."
Oh my God. Oh my God, Polly, you're so super kind.
You're so.
Polly has our links in his description. Polly has our merch link in his description.
He's a little too good to us.
Yeah,
A little too good to us. Dominic Williams, how are you? Welcome. And that's right, Grant was out trapping this weekend. I don't know, I won't say who he was with in case that's a surprise for later. But I spent the weekend without cell service and it was nice. It's good to get away, isn't it? What has happened with the 16 for Copa? WhatsApp has already changes in 16 in Europe.
What is happening with the 16 for Copa? WhatsApp has already changes to well, okay. Well, that's a different topic again. A copyright you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Is that what you're talking about? Just to clarify. But let's do those questions tomorrow because it's a different subject. And just in case somebody wants to share this, let's not share all of the information in one place.
Sleeping Artist ASMR Life, Live the Life LTL. If you're joining us, guys, some have come in close. I just wanted to share this with you. Sorry. Well, yeah, there you go, guys. Don't forget about our merch. There you go. Okay, since it's on there. We got all kinds of merch. You can see it in our merch shelf as well on that. And the leggings, which usually fit pretty well, except for polyvloggers. He probably looks sexy into them. I'm not doubting that for a second. All right, guys, we were talking tonight about how the chameleon effect. Basically, in short, how set up comments can be delivered to support something that you not initially were wanting to. So the example here is with Joe Biden. This is a typical Facebook-looking page. This is a sound, but this happens in real life. That's what we're talking about. So you hit your like for it, you comment, tell what you think. And yes, on the example, you can also use the reverse right away too, and then do it for the opposite side for, oh my God, Donald Trump. How can I forget Trump? So you do your comment, you send it in, you go and you watch the video, because that's what we do. And you go in about 20 seconds into it, so it counts. Just going to let it run through for a minute. Waiting. Well,
it's just to show that it is actual original website.
I know. That's what I said. It's an original website. You come back, and now when you hit refresh, I'm not used to the timing onto it. That's why. So I'm expecting it faster. And there you go, folks. When it's refreshed, all of a sudden you found out you've actually supported now a Trump ad without even knowing. Your like is still there, as well as your comment is still there as well. So there you go. That's how it's happening for a lot of things, including some very, very dangerous sites. But with an election looming in that definitely is going to be a big concern on many people's minds this year. We just had one here and wondering how much that happened as well. So something definitely to keep an eye on too. You can go back and watch from the we'll put the timestamp in after if you didn't get here right away, and you can just catch up where we start talking about it and get a great walkthrough for it.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes in, so if we don't manage to put the timestamp right away, it's about 20 minutes in, so you can check out right from the beginning, and we explain how it happens and what you could do.
Kent, I support your decision, but I got to remove it. Just no politics, and I would do the same on the other side, hands down. Please, no politics.
Once again, it's just an example and has nothing to do with political views. We are in Canada, and we don't even get to vote. So.
And once again, why I did not like this, what they chose for the...
Yeah,
I-
but it's
for the
definitely
record.
going to get more and more spotlight as well as the
No worry,
elections
kids.
come.
No worry.
As the elections come near, and there's more talk about fake news in general, and no matter
Mm.
on which side, they do happen on all of the sides, even without the knowledge of the candidates, guys. Just be sure that you know what you're looking at and what you're sharing.
And just be very mindful of everything on here. What you say, what you do, where you go. You know, I feel like it gets lost sometimes that we forget that YouTube is just like real life. And if you walk down an alley and it doesn't feel right, it's most likely not right. If somebody's offering you something for free, you'd be skeptical, especially if it's kind of a shady area and somebody's putting their hands on that. The same on here. All those things tie into here. Just be you can't protect yourself from everything like in real life, but just keep your eyes open around you. There's lots of pitfalls to fall into, not just on YouTube. I mean, any social media, lots of places just in the web in general. So enjoy yourself, but just keep your guard up. A lot of things, we've had a lot of channels get into trouble, you know, and then they admitted themselves it was just a momentary lapse of judgment, the same once again as in real life. So things can happen. You can't protect yourself from all these things, but it's just sad when you do something like that. And I just picture somebody, you know, they apply for a job 2 years down the road, and then all of a sudden through the research they come back, well, I see you commented on such and such a hate group, and all of a sudden you're caught between a deer and the headlights, and you're saying, no, I don't support that. And they're like, well, yes you do, and there's your comment, and there's your, you know, you're stated right there for everybody to see how much of an innocent bystander can really get themselves into trouble here. So it's pretty sad. It really is sad when it's all said and done. So I think that's about it. Anything else you want to add, hon?
Well, just make sure that the reliable sources are there, and we always use here reliable sources, the very first sources, for example, on this research, and I will link those original sources down below in the description afterwards, as we always do in all our videos that we do talk about. Always rely on original sources and not the hearsay.
Thank you so much, Burley Lauren. Exactly, guys. You know, I feel that's one thing we can say safely is we've become kind of a part of where you guys come to check out when you hear stuff and that, and we do appreciate it. And even if we're not around, you just want to know that, just go searching for it. If nothing comes up right away, you're already going to start asking. Some things are harder to find than others, yes, but that's why we always share our work with you guys in that. Show our work, as I like to say, like it would with teachers, so you know where it comes from, and at least hopefully it gives you a little bit of peace of mind that it's a backed fact and you can run with that. So Indiana Tones, how are you? Welcome. Thank you to everybody that tweeted it out. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Once again, we are yellow coined for talking about this, so we're not getting much of a push, but you know what, tonight's been still amazing. You know, great turnout, great people in here. I'm glad you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. We've been changing our channel a lot. We've always done kind of information with it, but we're focusing more and more and going more specific. And it's nice to see that so many people do appreciate it. So thank you so much for that. Never share social media presence with coworkers and employees ever. No, exactly. Unfortunately, though, sometimes if you're under different, because I know you go under a monitor, which is kind of pretty smart in that part, because yeah, a lot now they go and they're researching you out. You never know what they're going to drag up. I love you. I love you. Are on the ball. Push Studios, always great for me. Pixel P, you're such a sweetheart. You so are. As Rush said, if you fail to choose, you have still made a choice. Yeah, I like that. I like that, Kent. I like that a lot, actually. You guys are so great. Thank you so much, folks. And once again, if you guys can just... Another thing, too, guys, it's already opened already. If you can really have a moment to help us out, if you guys can leave an on-topic comment about tonight, something you liked about it, what you enjoyed about it, or what you didn't agree with, whatever the case, that really helps us out a lot, too. We've been getting yellow coin for the last couple of weeks over this stuff. We've also had some input from some third parties talking about what happened tonight. That's also kind of happened to us in our own right. That kind of stuff really helps us keep going through it. So if you can do that and you have 2-3 minutes to spare, it does make a really big difference. So with that said, thank you so much. Thank you for everything you guys do. You guys are awesome. You're always such a pleasure to be with. And yes, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, folks, Tech Talk Tuesday. Bring your questions. Looking forward to the chat. All things YouTube. Tons of love to you. Be well, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Have a great one, guys. Be well to each other.